Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Almería 1, Real Madrid 3. Real Madrid, another win. That's 2 from 2. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen my shots, go and check it out. I thought that it would be kind of interesting. But I actually caught this game correctly. I did predict a 3-1 in my preview from yesterday. So if you guys haven't already, go and check it out. I mean, there's no reason to, but you know, um, just why not? Um, but I mean, a great win, really. This is really what Real Madrid needs to start the season well, to put the pressure on Barcelona, to put the pressure on Atletico Madrid, and we've done it. We've done it well. Once again, we're gonna start off by talking about the player on your screen. I mean, this player is absolutely majestic. Jude Bellingham. He's played 2 official games for Real Madrid. He has scored a total of 3 goals and had 1 assist. 3 goals and 1 assist in his first 2 games. I mean, when I made kind of my own personal prediction as to how many goals Bellingham would have scored, I would have said, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I think if he gets 10 goals, maybe 15 goals, it would be an absolutely incredible season for him. But he's already on 3 after 2. I mean, you can basically expect him to score at least 1 goal a match now. Really, you can expect that from him because of how good of a player he is. Now, we're not going to expect him to get us all the goals, but he is such a good player. He's such a well-rounded player. His game is more than just just a center midfielder. His game is not just being in the middle of the park and getting the ball from the defensive mid and then trying to lay it off to, let's say, a Vinny Jr. or Rodrigo. His game is more than that. He gets the ball, he picks it up, he drives forward, and then either he goes for a shot or he lays it off, and then he gets the return and then he scores. That first goal, he was in an incredible space. It was a good cross. Valverde's header, straight to Bellingham. Some people will say that it's a handball, but I think what happened there is it hit his hand, but it bounced to the ground, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not so sure as to why it was a goal. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I'm not going to be, biased. I was having this argument with a Barcelona fan who was saying who was comparing, I think it was Gavi's handball or something against Getafe to Bellingham's, and one of them was disallowed and one of them was allowed, and I replied with a picture of Araujo catching the ball against Getafe, and this one guy was just trying to argue against it. I just don't understand how you can argue against just catching a ball. Apparently, if it isn't an attack, you can just catch the ball. Apparently, according to that guy. So, makes absolutely no sense. After all, he's just another Twitter troll, really. But I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be biased. I'm not gonna say that I know everything. I'm an expert, but personally, I don't know why it was given. Can some Real Madrid fans try to help me out, educate me about the law and the rules of the game? I'm not particularly sure about that. But the second goal was brilliant as well. But yeah, let's talk about the other goals, really. Almería got a great goal actually after 3 minutes, and of course it had to be Arribas. Of course it had to be a great cross in. Arribas is there, free header, heads it in, past Lunin. I saw a lot of criticism to Lunin for that. Personally, he could have done better to cover the over the space. better. But you can't really blame him, really. And of course, like I said earlier on, Bellingham scored great goal across in. Valverde's header straight to Bellingham, hits his hand, but it's a great finish, good control, good goal. His second goal, great cross, and a good header. He wins it over the keeper, and he scores for his second to give us the 2-1 lead. And then he does so well. Valverde gets the ball, gives it to Bellingham. Bellingham, lays it to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. from outside the box just takes a shot and beats the keeper. Brilliant. And overall, all 3 goals I think were incredible. In fact, I think all 4 goals in the match was great as well. So that's that. I also want to talk about the way we played, really, because compared to last season, you can see a difference in the game, in how we play, really. And the reason to that is the fact that we no longer have Benzema up front. We have to rely on Vinicius and Rodrigo up top, with Bellingham supporting them. So, because none of the 3 players are strikers, we saw the way Benzema plays. Realistically, sometimes he does what Bellingham does, which is drop deep, really. But when you have a striker, most of the time he's going to be up front. He's going to be the target man. He's going to attract a lot of attention, and the defenders will have to mark him. But what I like from what I'm seeing with this new diamond shape formation and the way we're playing, and look, I still think we need a striker, but what I like with what I'm seeing at the moment is you see Vini Jr. getting into narrow spaces, into the center zones more. When there's Benzema, Vinicius Jr., his game is mostly playing out on the wing. That's what his game is mostly about. But because he has to adapt to a new system, he's now drifting in, he's coming in to the center zones, he's picking up the ball, and he's taking a good shot, like his goal, Rodrigo, like Vinicius Jr., has to come into the center more, and that will allow him to get more goals as well. That will allow Vinicius Jr. to get more goals. Jude Bellingham, great player. He allows the 2 in front of him to come centrally, and he himself is a threat to go. So now we've got 3 players who can come into the central zones. 2 of them can drift wide, and it seems just like these 3 are just so comfortable playing with each other. They just drift in, out, and it's just like they know what they want to do. And this way of playing free roamly is just incredible. You're just moving around smoothly. Imagine you're a defender and you have to stop this, because you see Vinicius Jr., one of the quickest players in the world, right? You don't know where he is, because 1 second he's out on the wings, and then the next second he's moving in field. And then the same with Rodrigo, really. So that is incredible. And then you add Fede Valverde, who pushes forward as well. He gets into good spaces as well, and he can, if Rodrigo moves in centrally, Valverde can then move out to the right to cover that space. And then you got Tchouaméni in the middle. You got Camavinga if he plays, but in this case it was Cruz. You got Modric if he plays, who are in the middle, really. So realistically, you can see what's going on. It's a 4-1-2-1-2-2 essentially if you're FIFA, but basically it's a 4 at the back, it's a 4 in the midfield, but it's a diamond shape, so it's not like a 4-4-2, and it's 2 up top. But it can move to a 4-2-4 because Valverde can shift out to the right, and then it's a 2-man midfield. So yeah, incredible, really, the way that this team just plays, and it's so exciting because now we are seeing more goals spreading around. Because if this was last season, I think Benzema would be the main man. Everyone would be like, Benzema, please get us goals. But now you're like, who is going to get us the goals? It's like, realistically, there's no one player in this team that's going to get you 25 goals a season, but you have to spread, goals around. So it doesn't change the fact that Real Madrid still need a striker. Yes, I get that. I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I've been saying it that we need a striker. But I think this Kylian Mbappe saga has been going for so long that we forget that it's already the 20th of August, and there's less than 2 weeks left in the window. So realistically, Mbappe's gonna stay at PSG. And whether you ever see Mbappe play for Real Madrid, I don't know. I don't think so. But that's just that. But I also want to I also want to talk about one last thing, which is that don't let this distract you of the fact that we need a striker, like I've been saying, because right now Real Madrid are playing so well because you're playing one game a week. Okay, you're playing one game a week, so the players have enough time to rest. And if you're playing a one-off game against any team, I can bet my, I can bet money on Real Madrid to win. But if you have to play 2 to 3 games a week for the next few months, you've got Champions League coming in, you've got Cup games coming in, Copa del Rey, you've got a Super Copa happening towards December. You've got so many games, it's going to be impossible to rotate amongst these players, right? And Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Bellingham, right? These 3 are not going to be the only 3 that play up top. That's the front 3. They're not. Eventually, Joselu has to start. Brahim Diaz has to start. When Arthur Güler comes back, he has to start. Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga are not going to start every game. Kroos, Modric has to start. When Ceballos comes back, he will start. The backline is the same. Fran Garcia is not going to start every game. Mendy, when he comes back, has to start. Carvajal and Vasquez has to rotate. You got Alaba, you got Rudiger, but Nacho has to come in. So realistically, you look at the team overall, it's not about these 11 right now, whom we know are good enough to win any match. But what about the bench? What about the substitute? Are they good enough? And that is the biggest worry. I saw Manchester City against Newcastle United, and I saw this tweet, saying, what is that Manchester City bench? And their bench is full of youngsters. Except for Calvin Phillips and Ortega, the rest of the players, I'm pretty sure, were young players. So realistically, I expect Man City to go and make more signings, really. But that's what I'm saying, right? Man City, we all know, and we all knew that from last season, their squad depth was incredible. But now, look at what's happened. So the squad depth overall is an important thing. It's important, it's crucial. And with that bench, I look at the bench. I was thinking, what subs could Ancelotti make? And I look at the bench and I go, Modric, Camavinga, but they're not really going to help, are they? What, Joselu? No. Brahim Diaz? No. Nacho? Why would I bring a centre back on? Like, honestly, Ancelotti will look to the bench and go, I'm probably going to have to bring on Lucas Vazquez again to come on and right back. That's not the only thing he can really do to change the game and add extra cover, really, because realistically, there's nothing he can do, and there's no one he can bring that can change the game. The game changes are already on the pitch. Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Bellingham, they're already on the pitch. Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, they're probably already on the pitch. In this case, it was Toni Kroos. But if we need a goal, who are we going to bring on? Modric, Joselu, and Lucas Vazquez, probably. So you've lost the attacking-minded player. You've lost Marco Asensio, who you could have gone, let's bring him on and let's get a goal or two. But you can't even bring that kind of player on anymore because you don't even have him anymore. Brahim Diaz is not Asensio. I'm just saying, no one's, I don't think Ancelotti is going to look at Brahim Diaz and go, he's going to come on and he's going to change the game entirely. No. So something has to be done, but I think that the transfer window for Real Madrid is closed. Really. But that is it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the bell if you guys did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.